Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So, new guitar day. And yes, it is right-handed. Yeah, not kidding. Normally I play left, and I have like all left-handed guitars in here except for this one. I had a right-handed white Court, which I really liked, but I mean, it served a purpose. And away it went. And I hadn't really, for a while, put much thought into getting a right-handed guitar again because I'm kind of like lefty addicted. But I did start to think, well, you know, I do hurt my hand at work sometimes, and it kind of screws me up for playing if I do, and that's my right hand because fretting, you know, left-handed player. So I could use a right-handed guitar either way. I had been looking at an Epiphone Les Paul LT, and I already have 3 Les Pauls, but this one, of course, is different. It's got 2 single-coil pickups in it, right? And it was only $150. And I looked into it a lot, and the more I looked into it, even this morning, I'm finding out, oh, well, if I want to change pickups, good luck with that, because there are not many options available out there. And so far, nobody's come up with a humbucker solution. You know, because I'd like to at least have one humbucker in the bridge and the other single coil in the end, right? However, it is a nice guitar, and it can get pretty raunchy with its own pickups, you know, with distortion. And like I said, I watched a lot of videos on this thing, and, you know, there were a few complaints. Some people had complained about razor frets. Well, that can happen. I mean, they're all made in China, and you're going to get really good ones, and you're going to get a couple bad ones here and there. I mean, it happens. Plus, look at some stores. They don't properly humidify and heat their stores according to what they should be for guitars. Run into that all the time. Pawn shops. That's why every guitar in a pawn shop, you know, at least around here, you know, even on a $2,000 Gibson, a $5,000 guitar I've seen in there, you know, you run your fingers, it's all razor blades. Why? They don't humidify properly. And so that actually devalues a guitar quite a lot by not having it properly humidified. But anyways, on with the story. So I started thinking more too, I also want to be able to have the motivation to pick it up more to really get into playing righty. I know I'm not going to be as good of a right-handed player as I am a lefty, and that's fine with me, but at least I know I can get really, really good at right-handed. And that's the main key anyways, is to get, you know, really super good at it. It just takes a lot of time and practice and dedication like anything else, you know. But I can do it, you know, which is not a big deal. I played right-handed guitar in church before, so there are a number of songs I can play. But I have not played, by the way, guys, in a long time on a righty, so, you know, take it easy on the comments because, yeah, it's been a while. So, anyways, let's play this a little bit, and then we'll get into some details more about this guitar. I screwed up that one. clean today. I'm not going to bother with distortion and stuff. So this is a Classic Vibe Series 50s Telecaster, butterscotch blonde, gloss finish pine body, well, gloss finish everything. Alnico S&C pickups, maple neck and fretboard, C-shaped neck, bone nut, 3-saddle Tele bridge, string through body. And of course I'm using my Boss wireless on this thing. Little secret about the Boss wireless. Don't try and just plug it straight in. It ain't going to work. I actually have a nut just sitting over top, on top of the other nut. It's not enough room to thread it on, so I'm going to have to come up with a better solution for wireless for this guitar. See if maybe I have a washer that I can put underneath, and then I'll be perfect with the Boss wireless, because I don't need much thickness to do it. But yeah, it's kind of one of those sunk-in style jobbies here. Just let me grab this out of here. And see, there's just the nut that I had sitting in there. Because if you put this just straight in, because it is a countersunk style, it goes in, but then it's just a little bit of a... The Boss is just a little fat in the wrong area right in here, so this is going to create a problem. My Joyo system actually won't even work, period. You know, so it's kind of like, oh, at least I got some better hope with this. And so I figure, well, maybe if I can just put a little tiny washer, something, you know, that, or get a different wireless system that'll work better with it. That's an option as well. Because I don't do the whole cable thing. I don't like cables. They're too bloody dangerous to the guitar and to the person. And ever since I went wireless, I mean, I rarely will you ever see me with a cable plugged into a guitar anymore. But I like the vintage style tuners too with the slots. They're nice. The action is like extremely low on this thing. It's just like crazy, crazy low. Let me get this thing off my head. Ugh. All right, so the action is really, this is like at the low E side. So it's really super low on this thing, and there's no buzzing anywhere, and that's really good for 942s. Because usually, you know, you guys know that 9s have a tendency to buzz, right? Especially when you're hitting them harder. This thing doesn't, you know, and I was playing it with a 46 millimeter pick at the store, well, 0.46 millimeter, and it was great. No buzzing anywhere, and, you know, I'm trying to do lead licks, which I suck at right now, of course. But even doing that, I had absolutely no problems. And I checked out, you know, every string, every fret on every string, and no hassles. And I thought, wow, that's pretty impressive. You know, I mean, they're still making an awesome guitar after all these years. First time I saw the Classic Vibe Teles was at Music City in North Bay, and that was a number of years ago when they, I guess when the Classic Vibe 50s and 60s first came out. And anyways, I had bought the 60s Strat at the time, which is on my channel. And although it was a pretty nice guitar, I mean, the pickups were kind of, you know, but I ended up, I got rid of that guitar. Some guitars I keep, especially if they really, really get into my soul, but others just don't quite make the ticket in the end. Although at first it seems they do, sometimes in the end they just don't. And this one is quite nice, and it's definitely a keeper. And stay tuned on the channel too, not just for updates of my progress, reteaching myself to play right-handed guitar, which I haven't done in months, but I'm going to be getting another one of these, exactly the same, except a left-handed version, because I do love playing on a Tele, and I want the left-handed version of this specific model of guitar, and just because I like them. You know, I really do. And to me, for under $500, I mean, that's decent, you know. So we're talking like $450 in tax Canadian, right? But definitely awesome little guitars. I like them. But we're not doing a review today. Today is just new guitar day, little show off. Here you go. This is what I got, you know. And it is a very beautiful guitar. I can't fault it for anything. There's no flaws that I can see anywhere on this thing, on the finish, nothing. It's just really super nice. And the coating that they use, I think these are poly coated if I remember right. I'm not sure 100% on that. But it really makes the grain in the wood pop like really, really nice. I still got to take off the plastic little thingy that's covering over top the pick guard so it'll shine better, but I'll get around to doing that. The intonation from the factory and the radius has been set extremely well on this guitar. Very impressed with that, actually. That's definitely that's kudos right there. Pretty much every guitar I've bought, new or used, but especially even new ones, I've always had to set them up. And, you know, it's kind of like they're supposed to be set up at the factory, and they usually are to a certain point. You would expect the stores to set them up, but not all stores will even take the time, right? The idea is they'll give you a free setup when you buy it, so that's how you get a setup done, right? And so if you have any issues, then you can get a free setup for your first setup. But this one doesn't need anything, and that's quite fantastic. But that's kind of where we're at today on it. So pretty decent little axe, I think. I'm going to enjoy this thing and have a lot of fun with it, and I'm going to have a lot of time in on it. I really got to get back into the swing of things of playing righty. Last time I was playing, you know, fairly competently. There was a lot of songs I could do. And like I said, it's been months, and right now I kind of really suck, so that's okay, though. It's just a matter of getting back into it. I mean, at least, you know, I remember chord positions, and, you know, it's not much different. A lot of between left and right hand is just thinking backwards to a certain point. The big part is the strumming, and so starting off with a very super flexible pick is a great way to get yourself into strumming to make it easier before moving to a thicker pick, you know. So it's kind of like cheating in a way, but it's not. The weird part is going this way inward when I'm used to going the other way inward. So it's kind of a little different. A little bit of a mind thing, but I like it. It's cool. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you have a classic vibe 50s, let me know what your experience has been with it. And, you know, even how long you've had it, and if you still have it original too. This one is staying stock, exactly the way it is. And even the new one, when I get my left-handed version, will likely be staying completely stock as well. I don't see any reason to really change as far as, you know, hardware going from chrome to gold. You never know, it might happen, but that means I'd have to spend a lot of money on pickups, because there's no way I would be cheaping out on parts. But far better choice, I think, than the Les Paul. What do you call that thing now? I can't remember the name of the stupid thing. Epiphone Les Paul SL. It's $149 Canadian. I think that would be a great beginner guitar, somebody just starting out. But, you know, for somebody like me, you know, I'm a well-versed, well-experienced musician, and yeah, I think that would have probably been a bad idea in the end. This is actually the much more better thing, and it's a much more higher motivator. Even my chord acoustic, I mean, I bought it for like $200 used. Mind you, it's like about $600 and some new for that guitar. So it had a motivational factor behind it, which was good. This is definitely going to keep me motivated, because to go buy brand new, I had not intended on spending this kind of money on a brand new right-handed guitar, but I did it anyways, and I'm glad I did, because it is definitely going to keep me motivated, and I like it. It's really nice, you know. And I did have other choices from Ibanez and Jackson and a few others for less money, but then I thought, well, I do want a Tele. Well, now I'm going to end up with two of them in the end, but, you know, one for left-handed, one for right-handed, but I do like them, though. They are really nice guitars. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll definitely catch you on the next one. Ciao.